Preparatory work. The installation site should be free from dust. Keep dry and ventilated. Check whether installation tools and terminal accessories are complete. Check whether cable accessories match correctly. Stripping. Stripping follow with the dimensions of the installation instructions A. Keep 30mm steel armoring from the bottom and peel off the rest. Leave 10mm inner sheath at the root. Peel off the inner sheath of other cables and peel off the filler. Be careful not to scratch the copper shooting layer of the cable. Separate the three faces and wrap the copper shield at the cable end of each face with PVC tape. Grounding. Use coarse sandpaper to sand the oxidized layer and paint on the surface of steel armor and sand the outer sheath. Clean the steel armor and outer sheath with cleaning paper. Fix the armored grounding to the steel armor with a constant force spring. Wrap the constant force spring and steel armor with PVC tape. Embedded the copper-shielded ground wire into the three-phase split of the cable using a triangular Cushing cone. Fixed on the copper shielding layer with a constant force spring. Wrap the constant force spring with PVC tape. Fill the gap between the two constant force springs with filling glue and wind the constant force spring. Wrap a layer of insulating self-adhesive tape around the filling adhesive and lap the outer sheath 10mm. Wrap a layer of sealant around the connection between the cable outer sheath and the insulation self-adhesive tape. Install the cold shrink breakout and cold shrink tube. Put 3 cores cold shrinkable breakout into the root. Pull out the support strip. When pulling, the support strip should be pulled first, and then the root support strip should be pulled counterclockwise when pulling the support strip. In accordance with the correct direction, insert the cold shrink insulation tube, cold shrink tube, and breakout finger lap 20 to 30 mm. Pull out the support strip. Copper shielding and semi-conductive layer processing. Check the length between the top of the cable and the cold shrink tube and remove the excess cold shrink tube to the required length. Determine the length of the copper shield. Mark and fix the copper shield with PVC. Pay attention not to damage the semi-conductive layer when peeling off the copper shield layer and make face identification respectively. Determine the length of the semi-conductive layer according to the requirements. Mark and strip the semi-conducting layer. Be careful not to hurt the insulation layer when stripping the semi-conductive layer. The end of the semi-conductive layer is chamfered with a tool to make a smooth transition between the semi-conductive layer and the insulating layer. Cut the insulation of each phase according to the terminal hole depth plus 29 mm length. Install the prefabricated terminal. Wrap the core end with PVC and treat the end burrs of the insulation layer. Sand the surface of the insulation layer with fine sandpaper. Be careful not to sand the semi-conducting layer when sanding the insulating layer. Clean the surface of the insulating layer in the direction of the semi-conductive layer with cleaning paper. Wrap the semi-conductive tape around the copper shielding and overlap the cold shrink tubing by 3 mm. Mark the installation positioning lines as shown in the illustration, Figure 5. Clean the surface of the insulation. Apply a layer of silicone grease evenly on the surface of the insulation layer and the inner cavity of the terminal body. Force the terminal body into the cable until the lower end of the terminal body is flush with the mark. Turn the large end of the cap outward and wrap sealant around the root to restore the cap. Crimp the lug and cover the sealing pipe. Insert the terminal, press, and then clean the terminal according to the national standard. Wrap sealant around the wiring log, crimping area to fill in the gap between the insulation layer and the log indentation. Wrap a layer of insulating self-adhesive tape around the sealant. Cover the cold shrink sealing tube, lap with the terminal body, and cut off the excess cold shrink sealing tube. Insulation finish. Clean up the side. Thank you for watching.